let's talk about the game of life. I'm not going to tell you about the game as such, that's not important. What we are talking about is the rules of these two games, the most basic rules. And then I'll ask you some questions. So listen carefully. Game number one. We can play only once, no more than once. It's a collective game, meaning we play with other players. It is a competitive game, meaning we might be losing, we might be winning. Which means that even when it may seem that other players are our friends, they might not be. So that means that we better be careful and not really trust anyone. At the end of the game, an outside entity will review the way we've been playing, and according to the way we've been playing, we will be either punished or rewarded. This is rule number one. Rule number two, game number one. Game number two. We can play an infinite numbers of time. As well, it is a collective game. We play with other players, but this time it is not a competitive game unless we perceive it as being as such. That means that even if someone else may look as he or she is our competitor, our enemy, they're not. She's not, he's not. They're actually our friends. At the end of the game, it's us, the one that will be given the opportunity to look at how we've been playing, and we will also be given the opportunity to look from the eyes, from the perspective of the players we've been playing with, how we've been behaving towards them. And according to that, we will be assessing ourselves. We can play a game. By design, we will not remember that we've been playing before. We won't. Although the experiences that we have gained in previous games will remain with us. Right. How many of you would prefer to play to game number one? If you're one of those, raise your hand. Okay. How many of you would prefer to play game number two? Right. How many of you believe that the rules of the game of life, let's say the existential game, the game that we are playing, are similar to the one of game number one? How many of you believe that the rules of the game of life, the one we're playing, the existential game, are similar to game number two? Raise your hand. So, okay, for the ones that believes that the rules of the existential game are similar to game number one, yes, you're right. That will be your experience. For the one that believes that the rules of the existential game are similar to game number two, yes, you're right. That will be your experience.